that itself was enough for me. I was thrilled watching Swami. After a while, maybe few seconds, he looked into my eyes and he said, it was such a wonderful experience. That's when I realized Swami is the living embodiment of all Vedic dictums. Everything my father used to say, in fact, everything that he says is Vedam, and he is the proof of Vedas and Upanishads. If we hear Antar Pahischa Tat Sarva Vyapya Narayana Sthitaha in Narayana Suktam. I had one experience for this. Again a beautiful, loving way he made me realize the truth of this statement. Antar is inside, Bahir is outside, Tat Sarva is everywhere, Narayana Sthitaha. Narayana is there. So whether inside and outside, it is Lord. Lord is there inside as well as outside, right? So it's a beautiful statement. What is this inside and what is this outside? I got an understanding of what is this inside and what is this outside. And that happened way back in 1981-82. I was in my first year degree. And I was studying in Vrindavan then. Summer holidays, we had come to Parthi. Swami was in Puttaparthi. Swami didn't go to Kodai. At that time, Kodai wasn't there. Kodai started much later, 1990s it started. So, Swami was in Puttaparthi. Some boys, we stayed back. Always it used to happen that a few 10-15% of the hostel used to be wherever Swami goes, we used to go around with Bhagavan. So, we came to Parthi. And because it was peak summers, the crowd was also not much because it was really hot, and construction of this college building, hostel building, all this was going on. But because we were few boys who had come from Vrindavan, so what used to happen was, Swami used to stay in Prashanti Mandir at that time, means right upstairs, up above the bhajan hall, right? So there, before Swami used to finish, after finishing his dinner, after bhajan dinner, and before going up to retire, Swami used to call Vrindavan boys inside, almost every day. And he used to talk to us on various things, like Bhaja Govindam was one day topic, how important it is to take God's name. Other day the topic was on bhajans, how to do bhajans. And Swami beautifully explained that each time you take a namam, try to ruminate about the meaning and then take the namam with that feeling. And Swami gave example of Gopala. That's one thing which is beautiful, really. I am so enamored by that explanation. It's constantly I keep reminding myself. Swami said, see, a cow when it gives birth to its calf, it seems as soon as it gives birth to the calf, it cleans up all the placenta that is there on the calf with its own mouth. It literally cleans it up, licks and cleans it up. Then Swami said, if a normal cow can do that much for its child and remove the impurities of the child that much, will not Gopala, when you say Gopala, this is what you should think, how loving he is, and Gopala will remove all your impurities. There will be no impurity in you. So that is the kind of love Gopala has for jivas. That is Gopala. So So and then Rama means the one who attracts. So like that, Swami was explaining few various words, and Swami said that's how you should think when you are saying these bhajans. And so therefore, when you say bhajans, you should be lost in the meaning of the word and picturizing the Lord. So this was the night before. Next day was, and at that time bhajans were at 11 to 11:30, not 11:30 till Swami comes back. Whenever Swami takes Arati, there was nothing like half an hour defined at that time. So 11 bhajan used to start. Start time was fixed, end time was not fixed. So and invariably what used to happen, Swami used to take car and come and see all these constructions. So we were sitting, and we were few only. So whole portico used to be sitting, and therefore we used to be sitting quite distant from each other, so that each one of us can individually attract Bhagwan's attention, right? So Swami and bhajan started. Swami had gone out in the car for seeing this, and bhajans were going on. Till Swami comes back, bhajans have to go on. So bhajans were going on. I was, the evening before only Swami had told. So I was, I was putting into practice what Swami had said, and I was really trying to ruminate, think of Swami and enjoy the meaning and say the Namam. That time, suddenly it just so happened, sometimes it happens for, I'm sure for everyone, Swami's form, we tend to meditate on one particular form or pose of Swami. I love one pose of Bhagwan where Swami he used to do that very often earlier time. He'll come on the end of that Prashanti Mandir, down it's all sands, and it was a beautiful setting at that time. It was Kailasa, literally Kailasa, with trees around, the neem tree and the coconut tree, all of them around. And evening time what used to happen was the birds used to be chirping, right? And sunset used to bring in a kind of golden glow onto all the sands, right? And bhajans used to be going on inside, right? And so I will come outside near that. This stupam which is there in college now used to be in front of the Prashanti Mandir at that time. So Swami will stand right behind it or nearby that, and Swami used to cup his hands at the back like this. He had so much hair, absolutely beautiful, right? And then Swami used to sway majestically like this to the bhajans. It could be to the nature. It used to be a completely heavenly sight to watch, and I used to love that. I used to wait for Bhagwan to do that. And my dhyanam pose that I used to always want to meditate upon was that pose where Swami will be cupping his hands and then swaying, right? So even now you really imagine that, you will really feel thrilled. It's so beautiful, and it's like he is all powerful Lord standing and listening to you, responding to you, right? So I used to love that form. So as I was that day doing bhajans, that form was absolutely clear in my mind's eye. Eyes were closed, but I could really see Swami in that form. So I was lost, I was doing bhajan. After a while I felt some hush or something. Something made me open my eyes. And I see Swami right here in front. As I was sitting like this and doing, Swami was right here in front. And exactly same pose. Swami's hands were, imagine in portico Swami never stands like this. Rare. Not that he never did that, but rare occasions. Swami's hands are right behind. He was looking at me down like this and swaying like that. Oh, that itself was enough for me. I was thrilled watching Swami, and that too this close. Swami was here, and then I was just thrilled. Swami was swaying, and then after a while, maybe few seconds, he looked into my eyes and he said, "Inside Swami, outside Swami, one and the same," and went off. It was such a wonderful experience. That's when I realized the meaning of Antar Bahischa Tat Sarva Vyapya Narayana Sthita. He's there inside, he's also there outside.